Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Saturday the 16th of December 2023. Now, I missed two videos on Thursday and Friday because my computer tried to do Windows Update and it basically froze my computer. It took about 2 hours to get up to 20%. And so, yes, that didn't work out well. But before we get to today's disappointing result, Matchday, I'm going to just do a bit of catch up because some big news did come out on Thursday and Friday. We've got this Millwall issue update on John Berylson memorial plans. Yes, Millwall Football Club can confirm an update regarding plans to honour its beloved former owner and chairman John Berylson since John's tragic and sudden passing on the 4th of July 2023. The club has considered a vast array of ideas as to how it can honour a man that gave his all for Millwall and its local community. As part of these plans, the club confirmed that it is formally proposed to Southwark Council a renaming of Zampa Road to John Berylson Way. The club has been in close dialogue with the local community to ensure their voices and opinions are heard by all parties as part of this process. The proposal to Southwark Council is part of ongoing plans to further commemorate the life of John Berylson and continue his legacy at Millwall, and supporters will be kept updated with continued progress. This leaked out online. People were putting up pictures of what looked like the page from this website, and I went to the website. This is millwallfc.co.uk, club's official website. I went to the website and said, where is this? I'm like searching for it, going to the search function, trying to find it. And what I think it was, because it was very closely cropped, so it turns out it was an email that Millwall sent out to people. So I thought, okay, I'll check my emails. Where's my email? They email me all the time about all kinds of things. They didn't email about this. What I think is happening, because this is a local road for local people, it's a local issue. So I think they just emailed people who live in SE16 and told them about it and said and give them instructions to leave their feedback on the proposal, because there's like a official act of parliament that Southwark Council are using, and then it has to go out to consultation to the local community, and there's an email that you can respond to, and I think it's very vital that the Mill fans who live in the local area are the ones who respond to it, because I don't think we want to deluge them with emails in support of this proposal from Millwall fans far and afield, up and down the country, because I don't think the council is going to respond too well to that. You know, if they get completely bombarded and spammed with a lot of positive comments that come from like Dartford and Sevenoaks and wherever, like St Albans or Basildon or wherever like that, like just the local people in SC16, if they were to respond. One thing to be able, obviously I don't think there's any residents on Zampa Road. I'm pretty sure there isn't. There shouldn't be. It's only a few business units, and if this renewal project goes through, which I'm not sure if it will, because if Millwall's training ground, the building of that is being hit by massive increases in construction costs and construction costs of construction materials, then what the hell's happening to renewal then? Is that gonna go ahead? That's in like 6 or 7 stages. I think stage 5 is all those green buildings on Zampa Road are going. The Millwall Cafe will be going. So obviously you've got the Millwall Cafe. There's a fish distributor next to it. You've got the African Garage and the church, but I'm not sure. I think they're not sure where their address is. I think it's on actual Ilderton Road. But yeah, so I think this is a good idea. I think it should go through. So we'll see. Obviously, hopefully it does go through, because it would be a bit embarrassing and a bit leave a bit of taste in the mouth if you try to do it, and then because there's a massive problem from some people that it doesn't go through. So that would be kind of annoying and humiliating. So let's hope it does go through. Okay. Right. So, moving on to another piece of news that you may have caught an inkling if you've been watching the videos on this channel. I've been telling you about things going on behind the scenes with Huski chocolate. Millwall have what do you call it? Filed a lawsuit against Huski Chocolate, Sweden, because obviously we know that Huski Chocolate UK, they wound that company up. They've stopped trading as Huski Chocolate UK. So Mill have filed a lawsuit to try and get some money. So it seems that the rumours were true. That Huski Chocolate hasn't paid Millwall. So how long has this been going on? Because we saw the situation at the start of the season when the training kit didn't have Huski Chocolate on. Everyone's like, oh, what's going on here? Then no one mentioned it. Oh, it's all fine, it's fine. Don't worry about that, that's all normal. And then, so how much are we missing? I think it was announced, when they announced the sponsorship, they said it was a six-figure fee, so that's £1 million at least. How much of that have they not paid? Yeah. So this is from cityam.com. Breaking exclusive. Not many times yet. Millwall being featured on City AM, but here we go. Not since the days when obviously we were listed and delisted. Millwall FC has filed a lawsuit against its sponsor Huski Chocolate, whose logo appears on the team's kit, after it became the principal partner for the 2019-20 season, or since the 2019-20 season. Millwall Football Club and Athletic Company, 1985, instructed law firm Irwin Mitchell to file a claim against Swedish-owned Huski Chocolate, Huski AB, and Swedish property investor Kavaletena AB. That AB basically means like it's, I think it's their equivalent of PLC. CEAM can reveal, yeah. So they filed the lawsuit for the Swedish against this Swedish company, which is the arm of Huski Chocolate, and the investor as well. Because I don't know why the investor as well, because the investor, they've been putting money into Huski Chocolate, so I don't know if they've what's going on there. But yeah, that's a bit weird. It is not yet known what the lawsuit is about, but according to the highest court filing system, the case is listed as a claim over general commercial contracts and arrangements. So I think that's because, well, we speculate they haven't been paid. They haven't paid the money. According to its website, Huski first signed as a partner sponsor for the 2018-19 season, has developed into Millwall's first ever principal partner for the 19-20 season. They said this was the biggest in the football club's history. The Huski logo features on the website and publicity materials, as well as on the front of the Millwall kit, including senior, academy and women's teams, as well as on the training wear. Huski also sponsors Chip Ganassi Racing Team in 2020 and the NTT IndyCar Series and Swedish Sports Club Hammarby. Now, if you go back through my videos, I told you about the Hammarby cut ties with them. A spokesman for Millwall said, due to legal reasons, we are unable to provide comment. Huski Chocolate and Valetena were contacted for comment. See, they haven't responded. This was when this was put up Friday afternoon. So I guess we wait until Monday, and when anyone can watch, can have a look at the filing. I assume you can, and then we'll find out what's alleged and what's written down and what they're trying to do. But we will see what's happening on Monday, I assume. Also, still going on from Thursday and Friday. This is from the southwarknews.co.uk. Mill announced young goalkeeper heading out on short-term loan to National League South club. Ethan Waddy will join the handful of young lions already out on loan. A young goalkeeper, Ethan Waddy, is heading to the National League South on a 1-month loan deal. Mill have announced that the American keeper will join non-league strugglers Eastbourne Borough. Waddy arrived at the club this summer and joined Kevin Nugent's under-21 ranks. He came to Millwall after 5 years with Chelsea's development teams. He has plenty of loan experience from his time at Stamford Bridge, playing for Tooting and Mitcham. Dartford, Hendon and Woking. It will now look to revive Eastbourne's fortunes with the East Sussex-based club, currently third bottom in the division. They also have the second worst defence in the league. Well, thrown right in there, isn't it, mate? They travel to relegation rivals Welling United tomorrow for a crunch game in the National League South. Waddy joins Chin Ockley, Alex Mitchell, Carl Smith, Abdul Malik, Nana Boateng and Joe Wright as the brightest Millwall youth stars who have headed out to the EFL and non-league for experience. Good idea. Why is this a good idea? The under-21s play on Monday. A home game against Cardiff, but it's at the training ground. And after that, they don't play for the new year. I think they got like 3 weeks off, so they do have a winter break. So there you go. If you want to play games, you've got to go on loan, and if it's a youth loan, you can do that, and it's all fine and dandy. So there you go. Now bringing you coming more closer to the game. Message board. I wanted to share this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing that I normally go through, but the final Millwall message board for Christmas has arrived. Below are the messages sent into millwallfc.co.uk ahead of the Sky Bet Championship meeting with Huddersfield Town on Saturday. Happy birthday to Brenda and Edward Sargent on the 14th of December, and also happy 60th diamond wedding anniversary. Brenda is a lifelong Millwall supporter and has been coming to the Den for over 70 years, introducing Edward to the Lions in 1963. So there you go. They have the same birthday as well. So they got married to each other and they have the same birthday on 14th of December. Nice. After the Coventry City game, Millwall addict Gianluca Sardi flew to Italy in order to donate to the board of Città di Teramo 1913. A Millwall shirt autographed by Zion Fleming. Oh, those poor guys. The Teramo directors gave him a personalised Teramo shirt and promised that they would join Gianluca at the Den soon. And congratulations to Millwall fan Charlie Hood, who was selected to represent Great Britain in the Special Olympics, winning a bronze medal in the process. So there you go. I believe that was from football. I'm not sure what kind of... They have different categories, so I'm not sure which kind of category, whether it's blind football or what. But he won a bronze medal, so not bad. And now, here we go. This is it. The game today. It felt like a defeat, and the manager said so in his post-match comments as well. That was a must-win game, and we didn't win it. It was a draw. It was a 1-1 draw. They scored in the 97th minute with a penalty kick. Absolutely gutting. Yeah. So this is a match report from Millwall FC.co.uk. Millwall were held at home by Huddersfield Town in the Sky Bet Championship on Saturday afternoon. Brock Norton-Cuffy gave the Lions a second half lead, only for Delano Bergzog's penalty kick in the 97th minute to steal a draw for the visitors. Joe Edwards made 3 changes to the side ahead of the meeting with the Terriers, as Billy Mitchell, Kevin Nisbet and Zion Fleming all came back in the starting 11 at the expense of Alan Campbell, Duncan Watmore and George Honeyman, who were all dropped to the bench, a place where Joe O'Brien stepped onto after overcoming injury. Danny Ward had the opening shot of the game in the first minute in SC16, but his effort was solidly blocked by Jake Cooper. Determined work from Zion Fleming at the other end that then set up a chance for the Lions, but neither Tom Bradshaw or Norton Cuffy could apply the finishing touch. Patient and neat build-up play from the Lions fashioned a chance for Nisbet with 17 minutes on the clock, only for his shot on the turn to be saved by the dive of Terriers goalkeeper Lee Nichols. The halfway point for the first 45 then brought another Millwall attack, but the ball was eventually gathered from Norton Cuffy after Nichols fumbled Murray Wallace's original cross. The Terriers were then almost in as Silver Thomas was approached by the on-rushing Matija Sarkic, with the goalkeeper just able to clear the ball from danger outside the penalty area. Fleming's long-range strike was handled by Nichols as the first half wore on, whilst Ward's flick towards goal was saved by Sarkic with 10 minutes remaining until the break. Wes Harding then laid the ball off to Nisbet, who curled wide before Fleming's hit was parried away from Nichols and just past the run of Bradshaw on the rebound. A minute before the whistle, Harding attempted to put the Lions into a half-time lead, but his attempt was saved. Jaheim Edley's shot had to be blocked behind by Norton Cuffy as the second half got underway, with David Casamu's deflected effort flying just over as the Terriers took advantage of some slack play from Millwall before the hour mark. However, with 57 minutes on the clock, the Lions just about took the lead as Wallace's right-footed cross was directed through a crowd of bodies until the awaiting Norton Cuffy, who poked home the second attempt from an initial point-blank save from Nichols. Blocks had to be made and last-ditch defending had to be done as Huddersfield looked for a way back into the game. Edwards shuffling his pack on 64 minutes by bringing Bryan and Watmore into the action for Wallace and Fleming, with the two substitutes almost finding a second goal minutes later, but both were denied. George Saville fired over as the clock hit the 72nd minute, and with the Lions managing the game well, substitute Ryan Longman charged towards goal in stoppage time, but his run was stopped by a well-timed tackle from Thomas. However, 5 minutes into the sixth allotted, the Terriers were given a penalty as a ball struck a Millwall arm inside the box. Bergzog sending Sarkic the wrong way to level matters in the 97th minute. We huffed and we puffed, and we were very lucky to get that goal. You can see the picture there. What happened, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen the highlights, the goalkeeper saved it, and his save went straight back to Norton Cuffy and hit him just in the right spot on his leg, that he basically he didn't really know what was going on. It just hit him and it went into the goal. He kind of managed to lift it over the goalkeeper, sort of, but it was just literally instinct. Like, we got very lucky with that deflection, and at the end, like, everyone's going like, what's he giving the penalty for? Was it because it wasn't that obvious at the time? Like, what's the penalty for? So it's like, and then when you watch the highlights afterwards, you find out. It made me laugh because the Sky highlight. Well, it didn't make me laugh because I'm kind of miserable that we didn't win. But when you go home, on the way home, and you're watching the highlights on Sky Sports, they had to slow it down so much, and then they zoomed in. I've never seen them zoom in on highlights before. Never, ever seen them zoom in, but they zoomed in, and it was Saville. He did the thing where you put your hand next to your head, and he punched it with his hand, which was next to his head. He did one of them. It's like, really, dude? Really? Yeah, it's just sickening. This is a team that's below us in the league. It's, you know what I mean, like, this was a must-win game. Now, we got lucky. I don't know if we got lucky, but QPR didn't win. Sheffield Wednesday actually beat them. I don't know if it was lucky, because if Sheffield Wednesday start winning now, then they can catch up to us, and we could probably end up finishing bottom of the league. The team was Sarkic, Leonard, Cooper, Harding, Norton, Cuffy, Saville, Mitchell, Wallace, Fleming, Bradshaw, Nisbet. The subs were Campbell on for Mitchell in the 86th minute, Bryan on for Wallace 64th minute, Watmore on for Fleming 64th minute, Longman on for Bradshaw in the 92nd minute. The unused substitutes: Biakowski, McNamara, Hutchinson, Imaku, and Honeyman. Now then, have you figured it out yet? Because this caused quite a stir at the time. Because there are massive rumours that the reason why SA's been on the bench and not coming off the bench is because they have agreed to sell him in 2 weeks' time when the window's open. And he's not in the squad now. So that's just even more fuel to the fire that he's probably off. Which, if he is, I don't know why they can't just announce the deal now. I just announced the deal. Like, has anyone seen him at training? Maybe is he training with a new club already? I don't know. But the manager did have something to say about that, and we move on to that now. This is first his post-match comments on the game. Oh yeah, so he's not a manager; he's a head coach. The head coach feels like a defeat. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I think about it. This is from SouthwarkNews.co.uk. The next 4 stories are all from the Southwark News. Joe Edwards he reacts to Millwall's late disappointment against Huddersfield. The Lions look to be edging towards a crucial 1-0 win before a late penalty for the visitors. Joe Edwards said Millwall's 1-1 draw with Huddersfield feels like a defeat after a dramatic ending to the game. The Lions took the lead early in the second half after Brooke Norton-Cuffy forced the ball home after 57 minutes, but the Terriers were given a penalty for a George Saville handball deep into stoppage time, allowing Delano Bergzog to strike home a spot kick and give the visitors a point. Millwall and Huddersfield were both on the same amount of points before kick-off and sitting just a point clear of the bottom three. Reacting to the game, head coach Edwards said, "Obviously, we're gutted with the finish to the game, and in all honesty, it's one of those that feels like a defeat. We knew the importance of today's game without overplaying it. We know that when you're in a bad run like we are, and you do get a fixture where you're at home against a team that's below you in the table, it's one where you really want to go out and win it. We had every intention of doing that. We knew with the form and the run we were in, it wouldn't be necessarily the most attractive performance, and it didn't need to be. It was more about spirit and getting the job done. I think the game played out like that. I thought the first half was edgy, there wasn't much in it, we didn't play well. But we came in at half-time agreeing that we knew that's what it was going to be, and could we be up it and go again. And I think we did, to be fair to the lads. I think we came out in the second half and we were better, a bit sharper. We get the goal, and as with us at the moment, it seems to be a recurring thing where when you get the first breakthrough, it then lifts confidence, and we look better after the goal, a bit more belief in what we were doing and with our passing, and when we were breaking away and on them, and it looked like we could have got a second. But as we know in football, whenever the scoreline is 1-0, you're at risk, particularly when you're in this run, and we're in, and to lose it like that with the unnecessary set piece down in the corner, and then a deflection into someone's hand, it feels like, without feeling sorry for ourselves, it feels like that's how things are going for us at the moment. We've conceded goals at Leicester, at Ipswich, and we've got 6 bodies in front of the ball, and it's deflected or going through into our net. Ball goes into our box today, and that happens, and it's incredibly frustrating because I thought in what was probably a poor game, we were a better team that looked like the home team trying to go and win it. And I thought we deserved in general, and it feels like those 2 points dropped for sure. On the penalty incident, which saw Huddersfield substitute Josh Kramer hit a shot back into the Millwall box, which hit Saville's hand, Edwards said, "I can see why it's been given, and I think it always will. We don't have VAR, but even if we did, it probably still would be. I haven't spoken to Sav, so whether he would deliberately intend to save the ball with his hand, I don't know. But his hand's in a position, and he hits it. It's probably one of those reflexes when it happens that quick. Sav's not made the decision to do it. When we're in these moments where we feel like things go against you, it's going to go against us. It's disappointing. It feels like we do a lot of real hard work and we're well organised in the main defensively. But little lapses and mistakes are happening probably a little bit too often, and we're getting punished for them at the moment. We really are. Edwards believes it is not work rate or application that is the issue, but more confidence and lack of clinical finishing in front of goal. He said, "I've been reflecting on the best hour of football and performance since I've been here, which was Sheffield Wednesday, the final hour of the day. I don't think it's a coincidence that I'm seeing it as the trait of our team at the moment. It was tough up there for 20 minutes. It was edgy. We got the first goal and it lifted us a bit. When we got that second goal, there was belief. There was a flow about our football, and the passing was clean, and there was a clear confidence. And we haven't had that luxury of many other games where I've been out here where we get a goal or a second, and it's just a bit of edginess about our play at the moment. It's definitely not an attitude or work rate thing. It's not for the want of trying, but we just can't find that clinical nature to put games away." Is it because you're Jonah, mate? You're a Jonah. You're bad luck. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's not working out, is it? It's not really working out. It's just bad luck. Do you think if we would have got Nathan Jones in, we would be in this position? Do you think if we would have got Kevin Muscat in, we would have been in this position? If you think we would have got Steve Bruce in, we would have been in this position? Of course not. Of course not. We went for an untried manager, as a head coach, and it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Must-win game. We didn't win it. Which does that add more pressure now? Because we go away to Stoke Now, that's an away game. Our away form is bad. We got the worst home form in the league, by the way, now. We go away to Stoke. Similarly a must-win game, but that's an away game. So we might actually win that one. I'm not too sure. Yeah. And as predicted, the reason why Zion Fleming didn't play against Leicester was they were saving him for this game. And I don't know why really. He had a few powder puff shots, didn't pass it to anyone to set anything up. We played better without him in the team. So yeah, I don't know. But just thinking Murray Wallace again. Everyone's slagging off Murray Wallace. Well, when he's playing as a wing back, and rather than a full back, which they did again today, he did it again, cut back on his right foot, pinged the cross in. Bradshaw nearly got on the end of it. I thought he did get on the end of it, but I slowed it down in the highlights. So he didn't touch it. Goes through to the goalkeeper, makes that save. That then Brook Norton-Cuffy takes a shot, and then that's saved, and Brook Norton-Cuffy managed to bundle it over the line. Yeah, Murray Wallace, he's all right. So moving on to this, why were there no Romain Esse? Why, Joe? Why? Well, we have someone asked him, and we now know why. There's no issue with Romain. Joe Edwards explains why he left Esse out of the squad. The precocious 18-year-old was left out of the Matchday squad for the first time this season. Joe Edwards said Romain Esse was left out of Millwall squad against Huddersfield simply because there were not enough places on the bench. With only Casper Nora injured, the Lions had enough senior players to make up the substitute, which has often not been the case this season. This saw homegrown star Esse left out of the 18 players available for a game for the first time this season. Given his lack of minutes off the bench recently, this sparked speculation among some concerned fans for the game. So obviously we're sitting here thinking that Esse and Amaku have made their way into the first team squad. They're part of the first team squad. Obviously they're featuring on the bench and they're coming on for minutes here and there. But according to the new head coach, Romain Esse is not a first team squad player, and he is back. Is he playing on Monday for the under-21s? He's back there. He's going backwards, or is he going? Is he going to the north? Is he leaving? This saw homegrown star Esse left out the 18 players available for a game for the first time this season. Given his lack of minutes off the bench recently, this sparked speculation among concerned fans before the game. But Edwards clarified the situation after the 1-1 draw and underlined his belief in the 18-year-old's potential. The Lions head coach said, "It's the first time since I've been here that we've had pretty much a fully fit squad other than Casper, so I had more bodies and spaces in the squad. It was an incredibly difficult decision, and it was just a personal one, probably for the specific game. And where we're at the moment and how we're playing now, I thought this game was going to play out. Romain, like with a lot of young players that end up on the fringes, he's ended up in that position where he's probably lacking a bit of match sharpness. There's an under-21 game on Monday that Romain's going to play in, and we'll just get a bulk of minutes, more for that physical conditioning, with a view to absolutely jumping back in with us on Tuesday to be in contention again. There's no issue with Romain. I'd point out that when I came in, Romain was actually the first sub I brought on at Hillsborough in the 4-0 win against Sheffield Wednesday in Edwards' first game in charge. He was a player I knew about before I came in, and that was a sign of intent from me at Hillsborough, bringing him on first. I wanted to see him play. I still see Romain being part of what we're doing, and hopefully a big future at this place. It was simply a case of where we're at the moment. What does that mean, where we're at the moment? You mean in a relegation struggle? And you're basically, even though you've just taken over, there's a very real possibility that you could be sacked soon, yeah? So you're trying to save your ass. For young players and players of Romain's type, when you have a team playing the way we are at the moment, in a tough moment, it's not easy to come in and give young players opportunities. I've got a lot of experience working with young players. And for all the success that you sometimes see down the line, there's difficult moments. There's times where it's not the right time to put them in and give them development time. And there's times where it is. He's got all the support he needs from us. He'll be disappointed, rightly so. but it's no big deal from my point of view. It sounds like the heat's starting to get hot. It's starting to get hot in this kitchen, isn't it, bruv? First ever management of a football team that isn't an age-restricted team, and it feels like you're kind of struggling here. But we'll see how that goes. You got 2 must-win games in a row next now. So here we go. A lot of people hoping and praying that we get to this window and we somehow magically find some money to buy some players. We don't have any money, which is why this guy's got the job. We don't have money. And the story that I brought you at the start of the thing is another reason for that. Huski Chocolate may have stiffed us for at least £1 million. So, we've got a clear idea of direction. Millwall boss gives insight into transfer strategy with January approaching. Joe Edwards says him and recruitment chief Alex Aldridge are in constant communication over potential moves. Joe Edwards is positive that Millwall have a clear idea of what they're looking for in the transfer window. The Lions head coach has been in the post for over a month now, and has so far overseen a mixed bag of results. He's had 1 win against the worst team in the league, so let's not sugarcoat it. Here. But the 37-year-old was recruited for success over the long term. So the success over the long term. So we're gonna win League One next season, yeah. League One champions next season, guys. Which will likely include player recruitment to help mould the team gradually. Director for recruitment Alex Aldridge has previously claimed that the January window will not see much business, but Edwards says constant conversation is still taking place. So basically, Alex Aldridge is telling Edwards, we ain't got no money, you're not getting anyone in January. And Edwards is going, we need players, we need players, the team's shit, we need this, we need that. And so, well, we'll see what we can do, but we ain't got no money. Unless, of course, if they sold a player for a bit of money, and then they could bring other players in. Someone like Romain Esse. The Millwall boss said, those discussions are pretty much ongoing, to be honest. I speak to Alex numerous times every single day, whether it be about matters with the current squad or players we're looking to add, whether it be January or the summer. We've got a clear idea of what direction we want to head in and what we want our team to look like as we move forward. I think it would be disrespectful to anyone in our current squad to start naming areas of the team or types of players we want to bring in, but for sure those conversations are there. When you are where we are in the market, you have to recruit well and use your finances smartly, which the club do really well. But it's constantly going on in the background, and we have a clear idea of what we want to do, but it will take time. January is notoriously the most difficult window to do that, I think. Okay. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to end with this. This was published before the game by southwarknews.co.uk. Joe Edwards reflects on performances at the Den so far as Millwall fall to the bottom of the home league table ahead of the Huddersfield clash. All 23 other teams in the Championship have picked up more points on home this season than the Lions. Joe Edwards believes there have been positives from his 2 games in charge at the Den so far, but he wants his players to build on their performance for today's clash against Huddersfield. The Lions and Terriers sit just above the bottom 3 as the Championship season approaches its halfway point. Today's game at the Den represents a chance for both struggling clubs to gain the big 3 points to push them away from the relegation places. Yeah, it was a massive opportunity to do that. And for Millwall, grabbing a win would also be crucial in changing their fortunes at home. Queen's Park Rangers have picked up 8 points from their last 4 games at Loftus Road, leaving Millwall with the worst home record in the division. The Lions have picked up just 8 points from 10 home games this season. So from 30 points, we got 8. Edwards believes there's things to build on from the 2 home matches he's presided over, the 3-0 loss to Coventry City and the 1-1 draw with Sunderland. He told News at Den, we've spoken about it and we've tried to address it, and if you look at the 2 games that we've had at the Den against Coventry, there were a lot of good things about our performance, but we were punished by a team that can be ruthless in attack. They probably came to the Den with a misleading league position in terms of what they actually are. They had a disappointing start to the season by their standards in terms of results, but they're a very good team. I thought there was a lot of quality from us that day. We just got punished, but I don't think Coventry would have gone away thinking it was an easy game for them. And the same with Sunderland. I thought there was a lot of strong points about that performance in the game. I thought if that game had gone on for a bit longer, we would have been the team to nick the winner. Interestingly as well, that game, Sunderland got a penalty, didn't they? So again, we were 1-0. Sunderland get a penalty, 1-1. We were 1-0 against Huddersfield. They get a penalty, 1-1. I thought there was a lot of strong points about that performance, and again, I feel if the game had gone on for a bit longer, we would have been the team to nick the winner. So in terms of levels of performances, I've not been too disappointed with what I've seen at the Den, but the stats are the stats, so we'll have to own that and accept that. And the only way you can address that is playing games there and righting that wrong. So Huddersfield on Saturday is another opportunity to try and do that. And we failed miserably, so there you go. And that is it. That's it. Depressing Christmas. That was a must-win game. We didn't win it. Feels like a defeat, even though we got a point. But like a point doesn't help us, does it? Because we get a point, they get a point. Like we're in the same position. Now it just rolls over to the Stoke game, and then if we lose that, I mean, oh no, it ain't that. And then we go into, we'll probably get jumped by QPR, and then we go into to play them on Boxing Day, and then we're going to be below them. Or we win at Stoke, or probably draw against Stoke, and then QPR will have the chance, if they beat us on Boxing Day, to go up, and they'll be well up for it. With our shit home form, with the worst home team in the league, you know what's going to happen, don't you? And what happens if we do fall in that bottom? What happens if we're in the bottom three after Boxing Day? You've got to fire the manager, haven't you? He's been a disaster. And they're saying the long term. Like I said earlier, the long term. So we're going to be League One champions next season? Playing half of our youth team? Yes, very depressing. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.